Hi guys, so today I thought I'd do a quick little demo on these Swatch stickers. You paint them and then you put them on top of your nail polish. I usually use these ones, which just go right onto the polish, so it looks like this. And then you paint it and you put it on there, because all of my polishes are displayed on a wall. But I thought I'd give these ones a try and see how I liked them, just to kind of mix it up. The other items that I use for swatching are these here, and these are just Swatch sticks. But these particular ones you can put here on this bolt, and they give you a little nut, and then you can string them all together if you want, or you can have them separate like this. But it works the same way. You paint them and then set them off to the side, or use them for demonstration or whatever you're doing. So I just thought I'd show you those other options too. You can also get these at Born Pretty store. I've picked them up on Amazon before. I'll leave the links down below for these. Like I said, these currently are my preferred method of displaying my polishes. But I did want to try these ones out, so I thought I would just do that with you guys here on camera. So this is what the package looks like. These are from Born Pretty store. They do give you directions on the back, but they put a sticker over it. I tried to remove the sticker, but it started peeling up the words, so I'm just assuming it says to paint and cure it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull these out so we can look at them. So on the back it says Born Pretty color button, and this is what they look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove that backing so that I can paint each of the little dots. I'm going to make sure that I only peel that up. And this is kind of a rubberized material, and it's fairly thick. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not like paper. It's definitely kind of rubbery or plasticky. So there's my little dots. You do get 25 of the little dots. So I'm not sure which comes out to be more cost effective, because I buy these usually 100 at a time. So I would have to buy 4 packs of these to equal one of these. So that's something to think about too, price-wise. How many polishes do you have? I know for me, just in gel polishes, I probably have about 300 or so. So it might get to be a little expensive to buy, you know, that many sets of these as opposed to just 3 bags of these. But anyways, that's up to you. Like I said, I'm going to show you both of them. That way you guys can kind of make up your mind on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with these particular polishes. They just have a little sticker indicator on the top that kind of drives me crazy because it comes off. Like this one here, it's already fallen off. So I thought I would replace the little sticker with actual polish tabs. So that's what we're going to do. I have my LED lamp over here. I'm using the Sun UV because it cures a little bit faster, and it's just what I have on my desk right at the time. But you can use an LED or UV lamp, whatever you need for your polishes. Of course, if you're using regular polish instead of gel polish, you can skip that part altogether and just paint it and let it air dry. So I'm just going to start by painting the top 5, and then I'll do 5 more and 5 more, curing in between each layer. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up this process because I don't think you guys need to see me paint each individual one. But basically all I'm going to do is take my polish and do a thin, even coat across this here. And I will be doing 2 coats of each of those. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing already, let me move you guys in, is that it's pulling away from the sides. So see right there, and right here the little holes, the polish is actually pulling away from it. So if I were to paint all of this and then cure it, you know, the polish is going to be really uneven and away from the edges there. So I don't know if that's because of the material or the polish itself that I'm using, but I've done swatches for this polish before and I've never had it pull away from the edges like on these little guys, or even the little clear ones, you know, like these here. So I'm not too impressed with the material that these guys are, that kind of silicone, because like you can see here, it's completely pulling away. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to color it, cure it, color it, cure it, color it, cure it, which just makes it more time consuming than coloring them and then curing them at the end. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change tactics here, and I'm just going to do the blue one first and try to get it back on the edges there. But hopefully you can see what I mean by it pulling away from the edging there. So you can see even just that quickly it's already pulling away. See right there? That kind of drives me nuts. So I'll do it again. Okay, so can you see, even though I cured it, it's pulling away right there. So I'm going to do a second layer on that blue. And then put it back into the light. Okay, and I'm going to do a third coat, I think, because it's still looking a little splotchy on the sides there. Okay, so I went ahead and cured that completely, and then, like I said, I did do 3 coats to get it not to pull away and to be completely opaque. So I'm just going to take my bottle here, I'm going to remove the sticker that's on there, and I'm just going to take this off. Now these are a one-step polish, so I don't need to clean off the tacky layer on it. But if you're using one that you do need to do that, I would go ahead and do that before putting it on. So there's the little tab. Kind of made a mess of it there on the side, but I'll remove that after I get it stuck down. So I have it on there, I'm just going to go ahead and push it. Remove that little excess piece. And there you go, it's on there. I mean, it definitely works, and I feel like the adhesive's good. It doesn't feel like it's going to move around on me, but I just really didn't like the fact that it was pulling away and that I had to do 3 layers and I could only do 1 button at a time. You know, so I mean, it's a little impractical if you have a lot of polish that you're doing at once. And like I said, it could be the polish I'm using, but I never had any issue with it before pulling away from the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this off camera, and I'll let you guys know. I'm also going to try out a couple different brands and see if it does the pulling away thing, and I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, so I went ahead and did a few more of these. You know, I had the same problem with different polishes that I tried. It was pulling away from the sides. And then here's another thing that happened when I was moving this. The polish just pulls away from it. So I don't know if you can see that. It's literally just popping off. I'm guessing that the silicone's too smooth, and that's causing it just to rub off. Basically, it's just coming off in one even sheet. And I cured it, you know, with enough time. I did 60 seconds on each of them just to double check, and I used my Sun UV lamp, which usually cures things in about half the time, so it shouldn't be an issue at all. So I think that the material is just too smooth for it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a buffer and I'm going to try to buff it and then put polish on it again and see if that helps. You know, honestly at this point it's just really not that practical. I think for me, you know, I'm going to stick with these. And these are smooth plastic too, and I don't have any trouble with the polish coming off of them. I don't usually rough them up. Like if I pull on this, I'm pushing hard and the polish isn't coming off at all. You know, and I didn't sand these before I put this polish on. It worked just fine the way it is with the smooth plastic. So here I have a little sander. I'm just going to go with this one here in the corner, and I'm just going to try roughing that up. I'm just going to use a little bit of alcohol to clean it off, make sure there's no dust. And then I'm going to try again, you know, with another polish and see if that helps. Put a coat of polish on there, making sure not to do it too thick. And let's give it a second to see if it's going to pull away from the edges again. Okay, can you see it's already pulling away, making little holes in the polish itself? And that's after I sanded it and cleaned it with alcohol. So, you know, I feel like that material just isn't the best for gel polish. Maybe Maybe it works better with regular polish. I'll try that. So I just have regular polish here. I'm gonna paint it like I would anything else. And we'll see if it pulls away. So I'll just give it a few minutes to kind of air dry. And we'll see, check on it here in a bit. But if you're looking at this brown one, you can see there's a hole there. Let me grab my... So there's a hole here, there's a couple holes here, and then on the sides, I don't know if you guys can tell from that angle, but I can see where it's kind of pulling away. Not as bad as it did initially, but it definitely is still pulling away, as you can see by the holes there. So it looks like on the regular polished one, it's not pulling away. I'm looking. So I'm going to give that a few more minutes, and then we'll do a second coat on both, I guess. So here's after 2 coats. This is the regular polish and then the gel polish. And sanding it down and cleaning it with alcohol did help a little bit with it pulling away from the edges, but it still did. The regular polish, it seems to be doing a lot better with that. So if you're going to use these, I would suggest maybe just using them with regular polish or testing them first with the gel polishes that you have and seeing if it works before you buy a whole bunch of these to do all of your collection. Because I just feel like for it sliding off of here, you know, that's kind of silly. You know, and now I have this sticky thing on there that I'm going to have to clean off. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and stick to these. These really aren't practical for me. I don't have that many regular polishes that I need these, but that's what I'm going to use the rest of these on, is regular polish, not the gel polish. Because I just feel like it's impractical to have to sand them all down, clean it with alcohol, do each one individually. You know, it's very time consuming, and I have a lot of polishes to go through. And I would be here for days if I did that for my whole collection. So I hope you guys found this interesting, or at least helpful, you know, help you kind of decide whether or not you want to try these out. I'm not saying they're a bad product, but maybe they just don't work great with gel polishes, which is what I need them for. Like I said, with the regular polish, it did definitely stick on there, and it didn't pull away from the edges like it did with the gel polish. So I'll leave it up to you guys to make up your mind. I will put all of the links down below. I did want to say thank you to Born Pretty Store for sending me this to review. I didn't pay for this with my own money. They sent it to me. But I will always give you guys my honest reviews. And as always, thank you guys for watching.